The Tao Daily Tarot just around the corner. But let's give you a little heads up as I always do. The main frequency to this reading is the thinker. We've had this several times before. There's a lot on your mind. There's a lot that you are really zeroing in on because things have to be different. These two cards tell all that you need to know. This is the story. I'll fill in some of the details coming up in a moment. Well, hello and welcome back yet again to another Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you so much, first timer, long timer, cross watcher, makes no difference. You are more than welcome. For the first timers, though, let me give you a little quick update on what makes this tarot reading different from others. First of all, it's archetypal. Secondly, I use 8 cards from 4 decks, sometimes as many as 10, but no more than that. I don't lay out a table full of cards. Remember, this is the Tao. This is simple. This is direct. This is a very basic path. So 8 to maybe 10 cards, that's it. I focus on energies. I do not predict. I focus on the energies that are surrounding the entire planet, everybody on the planet at the same time. Think of it as a surfer trying to catch that perfect wave. Well, we're talking about frequency waves and how important they are. Just like a friend of mine, Pam Gregory, great astrologer, talks about all the time. Frequency. It's all about frequency. So we find the frequencies. This is an energetic frequency weather report. It lets you find that perfect wave for you and then kind of make your way in through your day, through your life. I also do something called a hyper shuffle. I'll show you in a moment. And I try to get the readings in about a 10-minute window, sometimes 11, sometimes 12. But the point is I want it short, sweet, to the point. This is the Tao, the basic. And I want to keep that essence because it's easy to give you the right frequency for your life. You figure out. Sometimes the frequency means something really serious is happening in your life, something profound. On another day, a similar frequency may mean just little stuff going on. But you can feel the vibe. And that's what I'm looking for in this reading for you, the vibe. So let's begin where we always do with the hyper shuffle. And there you go. There is the hyper shuffle. Let us get to today's Tao Daily Tarot. Let's find that vibe. Let's find that frequency wave. And we begin with the Oracle card, Thinker. You know, we're just a few days away from the Lionsgate new moon. I believe people are still reevaluating things. Maybe new information is coming in on a daily basis, weekly basis. But you are getting ready to launch your new life. It's just how do you put the parts and pieces together? And you feel like you really have to get going. This Lionsgate 8/8 new moon is really very important. You know that. You feel it. And so you're putting together all the little bits and pieces that you can at the last moment, because at some point soon, maybe between the Lionsgate new moon and the full moon here in August, somewhere in there you're going to begin. Speaking of beginning, let's go to the energies of pushing and closing, coming and going. That's what it is, coming and going energy. King of Cups. King of Cups is very supportive, very positive, right? And he really doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve, though. Yes, he'll love and he'll support, but he doesn't make a big deal of it. But it is a loving card. It is a positive card. And the fact that the King of Cups really is not demonstrative may talk about you right now. You're working on loving yourself, loving your life, loving someone else, but you're doing it very quietly. Maybe instead of feeling the love, maybe instead what you're doing right now is thinking about the love. How are you going to do it? How are you going to demonstrate it? Because, again, with the King of Cups, he really doesn't show it all that much. We go next to the Queen of Wands. This is the lady who, speaking of showing it, when she doesn't necessarily show it in the strictest sense of the word. It just kind of came out that way. When she walks into a room, everybody knows that she's walked into the room. The Queen of Wands is an amazing lady. She's very confident. She's wholehearted. She's vibrant. She's charming. Full of self-confidence and very enthusiastic. That's kind of what's missing in your life. And you see her holding the sunflower. That is the positivity. That's the energy of the sun. This lady is special. And so that being the case, what are we finding but the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands? This is what you're thinking about. That's that frequency, that energy wave that you're trying to pick up, because you know your world is changing. As we go to the energies of pushing, pulling, you know your world is changing. Alrighty? Major Arcana. There is a shift. You can feel it. You may even see it to some degree. But it's not here yet. But you know it's imminent. You have to do it. And that's why you're thinking about it so intently. You want the love. You want the joy. You want the excitement. Here's the Page of Wands saying the same thing, not as eloquently, I might add, as the Queen of Wands. But the point of the matter is that the page, remember I said all pages change the storyline. So this is a creative beginning. It's good news. It's emotional. It's intuitive. Brings joy, excitement, enthusiasm. That is where you are headed. For many of us, for most of us, you're not there. But that's where you're headed. You're just beginning the journey, putting the parts and pieces together. The first magnifier card. How about the Page of Cups? Here we got the King of Cups, now the Page of Cups, and we're talking about pages changing the storyline. So here we have two pages. One, enthusiasm. Two, love. You want to bring enthusiasm and love into your life. Been talking about these same themes for months now. Why? Take a look at the world around you. Do you see a lot of love? Do you see a lot of enthusiasm? Not so much. So that's why the message keeps getting repeated. That's the frequency. But to move ahead, something has to die. And it is the old order in your life, at least. The things that you thought were important, the things that you were told to believe, the things that you hung your hat on, you're beginning to see them as false. And you realize they have to go away. But this death process can be painful, can be uncomfortable, because you're stepping out. You're going to areas where you have never gone before. That makes it uncomfortable, even if you know it's good for you. And the vice versa cards tell a story this morning again in reverse strength. Again, this has to do with this whole thinker card idea. You know you have to change. You know you have to make it different. You're thinking about it. But you still haven't gotten the strength, although you're working on it. When you get a vice versa card in reverse, it means it's happening underneath. People aren't seeing it, but it's happening. You are building the strength to change your life, to make your life better. And you are ready for the battle. Nine of Wands, that's really what it's all about. The Nine of Wands, here we go back with Wands again, but the Nine of Wands says you're determined. You have stamina. You're persisting even though there are setbacks. You know you're going to have to step forward to change your life. If you leave things the way they are, nothing is going to change. And all the joy, all the love, all the happiness will just dry up. You don't want that. You are determined not to do that. You're building the strength to be able to continue the battle because you see the future. And it's a Wands future. Look at that beautiful sun just shining down on him. Now, you're not there yet. This is the reverse. But you can clearly see in your mind's eye, in your heart, in your soul, in your spirit, you can see what kind of world you want to have. It is a world of love. It is a world of joy and enthusiasm. And that is where you are at. But between now and the Lionsgate, it's think. How can we do it? How can we? But we've had so many false starts this year. This is not a false start. When we get to the Lion's Gate, this is going to begin a slow season toward you reconstituting your life, your happiness, your joy. Love this reading. It's a good one. Hey, by the way, if you wouldn't mind, like, subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell. And also, every time that you come to this page, the Tarot Daily Tarot, please hit the like button. Very important for the folks at YouTube to know that you like it, and you make mention of it every time that you come to the site to take a look at the latest Tao Daily Tarot. I appreciate it. I can grow the channel with your help. Thank you. Thank you. So, that's it. This was a monster read this morning. Wasn't expecting that, but you deserve it. Between now and the next time you and I talk tarot together, blessings.